Welcome to Sara Sawairi podcast. I'm your host Sara, and today on the podcast we are joined by Sean Arzola. Sean has been social dancing for 2 years, starting from zero dance experience and taking his first class with Demetrio at Stevens Steakhouse. What began as a curiosity about Cuban dance quickly turned into a passion for bachata, and he's been hooked ever since. Now he's dedicated to sharing that passion, finding joy in those powerful 2 to 3 minutes of connection, expression, and letting go on the dance floor. Sean has trained intensively for a year and a half at EMDC, competing in various competitions and embracing the thrill of performance. Plus, here is a fun fact: he finds getting tattoos therapeutic. Let's dive into Sean's journey, his love for bachata, and what drives him to keep sharing his passion with others. Please join me in welcoming Sean Arzola.
Hey, hello.
Hello,
That was
Sean.
amazing. That was
Thank
amazing. I
you.
would give you that was an amazing introduction. I don't
Oh,
think you can get
that's
any better
you.
than that. Yeah. Hi. How you
Thank you
doing?
so much for coming on, Sean. You were
Thanks for
highly
having
recommended by DJ K Bunny, and I am so excited to finally have you here.
me. Yes, it's glad
So,
to be here. So happy to be here. It's exhilarating. I was nervous. Still, I have my heart's pumping. Cannot lie. But yes, very grateful and very appreciative of K Bunny recommending me and for you to actually go through with it and have me here. So I'm happy to be here.
yay, thank you.
You.
So, yes, can you tell us about your background and how you got started in dance?
Yeah, so when I first started to dance, when I first wanted to dance, I wanted to learn cumbias.
Mm,
Mainly because cumbia was a dance that at parties my family would have, and some of them would dance, and I would pretty much be the kid on the side at the tables eating the food, eating the cake, and watching everybody. So I told myself, I don't want to be that person no more. I
mm,
want to dance. I want to learn how to dance. I want to be up there. I don't want to just be on the sidelines. Also, if I ever had the opportunity to marry a woman and
yeah.
we go out there, I wouldn't want to be that guy that cannot dance and everybody's out dancing. No, I want to be able to dance for my women and also for my family as well so they can be impressed. I
Beautiful.
looked up dance classes near me. Stevens is like 6 minutes away from my house. And I
Nice.
heard about the class and I was just like, what is bachata? I looked it up and found out, it back then it was mainly like Ataka, Alama, Daniel Desiree, Marco and Sara, the headliners of bachata when you look up in YouTube. My first video I ever saw was Ataka and Alama. Uh, do not know what song. It was with Romeo Santos, Es Mia. They were dancing to it, and I thought it was very like romance,
Mhm,
connection,
mhm.
and very intimate. Then I saw Daniel and Desiree, and they were more intimate as well, and they had a lot of connection in itself and expression. It piqued the interest in me, and I was like,
Mm,
why not? Let me try it out real quick. I went to my first class as a beginner, nervous as hell. I just took the beginner class, and then the intermediate class I just dipped because I was too scared. Then the
mm,
next week I took another beginner class. Then the next week another one, another one. It was just like once a week I'd start picking it up. Then I was like, okay, let me start the intermediate class, and got that going. Then the social dancing. Um,
mm,
that was absolutely terrifying. Terrifying
mm,
in the sense of seeing so many talented people, dancers, absolutely kill it and just do amazing things at ease. And it's so simple that for a regular person from the outside, it seems intimidating because it actually is intimidating. It's
mm.
not something that you can pick up so quickly. You have to actually have time for it, train for it in a sense of being able to have a love for it and not just go every so often.
Mm.
So when I started social dancing in October of 2022, I believe, yeah, 2022,
Mm.
I told myself I would start social dancing with one person, then two. Every social I would go to, it would be like at least three people I have to ask to dance. Then it'll turn to
Mm.
five, then six, then eight, and it would continue on from that to get
Mm.
confidence. Because ultimately, you have to have confidence enough to be able to go up to someone, ask them to dance, dance a song for 2 to 3 minutes of whatever you learned, and hopefully that they're able to enjoy the dance with you, as well being as safe of the people around you, and also having a good time.
Mm.
I joined EMDC on March of 2023 at the beginner. Yes, it was the beginner team when I first joined it. Tryouts, same thing. When I saw social dancing, very intimidating. Very talented people. Very just. It's crazy how, from an outside perspective, you're looking in, it looks crazy. From
Mm.
now, my perspective, now it looks so simple. But that's over the years, and that's over the just time and efforts as well.
Mm.
When I joined EMDC for the first time, going into performance wise, going into all of this, the training of 2 times a week for 2 to 3 hours. It was the intensity. Didn't feel like I needed to go to the gym no more. It was always at the studio. And
Mm.
I fell in love with it. Not only did the people around me, they shared the similar interest and connection, but also the similar way of having like a family like friendship as well.
Mm.
Um,
Nice.
First performance wise was actually just leg shaking, heart pumping. But
Mm.
once it was finished, I got hooked. I got
Mm.
I got hooked in it, and I wanted to dance every day. I wanted to dance all the time. I wanted to just, no matter what time it was, no matter where it was, no matter what festival, social, I was always out. No matter where I was dancing at least 5 to 6 times a week. Because here
Mm.
in LA, we have the luxury of
Yes,
having socials at least
so true.
once every day. No,
Yeah, so true.
so
Thank you for that. It's amazing. Stevens have really, I had met so many dancers who started there, and yes, it's amazing. And who or what inspired you to pursue dance?
as cheeky and cheesy as it may sound, probably the top artist, Daniel
Mm.
Desiree. I find their style, I find their dancing amazing.
Yes.
Just in my own personal preference, because
Mm-hmm.
he not only they not only dance amazing together, but he dances amazing in himself when it comes to just styling of footwork, body movement, and everything like that. And then it's just different styles picking up. Those were
Mm.
my first inspirations that kept me going and wanting to be like them and dance like them.
Yes.
Throughout the months, it's kind of just picked up on everybody's style just a little bit and trying to create my own. Everybody
Now,
has a style. Everybody sees someone and be like, I want to be like that. And they get
true.
their movements, they get some sort of sample out of them, and
Yeah.
they created their own. So I'd say
Yeah.
that Desiree have been my inspirations and have been
Beautiful.
my outlook to be like, I want to be like them. I want
Yeah.
to meet them one day. I want to dance with them one day.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. And what has been the most challenging part of your dance journey?
I would say money. I would say
Mm.
money, but that's only if you are in performance wise,
Mm.
because it is does cost a lot. And even if you're not in performance wise,
Yeah.
you know, paying for flights, tickets, passes, festivals,
Yeah.
to booking hotels, to not even buying the food, the drinks, everything like that, it all comes together and it racks up. By the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, we love it so much that it's really worth it. Same
Yeah.
as someone would go on vacation and they spend hundreds to maybe thousands. It's the same with us. We would spend that on a festival.
Sure.
Uh, but also, probably another thing that would probably be hard is doubt,
Mm.
comparison. Definitely, I would
Mm.
compare myself to a lot of dancers.
Mm.
Very much so. If I see someone doing amazing, and I would want to be like them, or I want to just look at them and be like, what are they doing that I'm not doing?
Mm.
But
Yes.
in reality, it's more of we all have different bodies. We all have different outlooks and different styles that
Yeah.
they might have a unique style that I can't get, but I also have my unique style that they may not get as well.
Exactly. So beautiful that we inspire each other. It's
Yeah.
such a strength of human beings, I really think. And I'm sure you've been inspiration for so many without probably you knowing it. So, so amazing. Um, and yeah, I guess comparison could be taken that way if it's positively, right? We can take it, use it positive way, like you're doing, applying it. So that's pretty impressive. Instead of course, we can use it negatively and and turn into doubts too. But
Yeah. In the
yeah,
beginning, it was. In the beginning, it was. It
sure,
was. It was just like my own insecurity of the way I dance.
yeah,
I've always, in the beginning, I always did these flashy movements, these things I saw. I feel like everybody goes through that. Everybody in the scene would go through that. They want to
mm-hmm.
experiment with what's new, what's going to get people's attention, and I seen that a lot, and I've personally done that as well.
Yeah,
After a while, you cool down and you go into like a chill mode where you just find what you like to dance and not so flat
yes,
out there.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yes. Okay, so when you say like doubt and money, how did you overcome these challenges? I know we talked about it a little bit, but
Doubt probably overcame of just why did I dance in the first place? Um,
mm,
I would always, I hated getting recorded. I hated watching myself dance.
mm,
Nowadays, it's kind of impossible to not see that because everybody's always recording something. Everybody's always capturing moments. Everybody, knows each other and wants to show off like these two people dancing, or you're in the background or somewhere. Uh,
right.
so I always hated myself, like
Mm,
always nitpicking. I always had to be perfect. I always had to be perfect in the way I did a movement every time I was dancing. And in the reality, we all can't be that. There's
mm,
always going to be mistakes, especially in the social dance floor.
yeah.
If that's running into people, if that's making a mistake of a movement, or your follower doesn't get it, are you going to take it as like, this person's not getting it, I'm not having a good time, or they're not getting it, let me try something else, let me do something else, and make it more fun, make it more, uh, I can't even find the words for it, elevated,
Mm,
where
mm,
it's more enjoyable than more complicated, if that makes
mm,
sense.
mm, mm,
I joined dance because I wanted to learn how to dance and had fun with it. In the first couple of months, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
mm,
I know the dance road at all. I thought it was just Stevens and La Granada because Pachatopia was there at the time.
mm,
Still is to this day. But those were the only two places I ever knew, and I thought that was it. And then throughout the months, it expanded onto multiple things throughout the world that I did not know about to this day, and probably still don't. And there's probably more out there.
yeah.
Um, I think it's just myself as well. Having doubt in myself of not being a good dancer. It is amazing to have a community as well to support each other and saying like, you dance amazing, you dance so good, you're a
Mm,
great lead, and all of this. And it is good to hear that feedback as well. But at the end of
mm,
the day, it's me versus me, seeing how I see myself. And I've put myself down a lot for that because I knew I could do better. I could have done better within myself as dance. But at the end of the day, we came into this just to have fun. We came
yes.
into this just to have an expression of ourselves and to be able to not feel judgment, not have anything going on where you can't do this right, you can't do that right, because we just got off work, we just had a bad day, and all we want to do is dance.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. That is all that matters.
Beautiful. You went back to your why, it sounds like. That's
Yeah.
really beautiful. That's great advice.
Yes, yes.
Can you share a memorable moment from your dance career or dance journey?
Mm, memorable moment. Memorable moment. I would probably say when I went to Oaxaca to compete. Um,
Mm,
I was beside my directors, um, less than a year. Less than a year in, I was able to move up from beginner, intermediate to pro am, and looking up to my directors, looking up to my mentors, and then having the ability to dance next to them, compete next to them, was an absolutely memorable thing that I could never forget. Because not only was I able to do that, and so sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
Under such of a small amount of time,
Right.
it was something that I was able to achieve within myself. That was just like, what more could I do? What more can I go if I'm able to do this?
Mm,
Dancing for years on end to months, and sometimes going up to that next step takes a little bit more dedication. For me,
right.
it pushed me up there, and I found, okay, can I keep going, or am I going to stay here? Where am I going to take this?
Mm,
I was given the opportunity by Aubrey to join Power to be able to go compete with them, and I was in shock because it was just a short amount of time, and the next few months it was just training. It was just go, go, go. Next thing you know, we were up on that stage, we were competing, and then we went to the finals, and then went up again, made it to third place, and it's something within my heart that I would probably never forget, because all that training, all that dedication of hard work, traveling with one another, sharing, breaking bread with one another, those were memories that I will never forget. Though we all have individual lives, and
yeah.
that when we band, we were all connected and we were all one going into it.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Um, and what kind of training or education did you undergo to become a dancer?
Mm, classes, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but also when I think of classes and everything, I would like to think of festival classes more
Okay.
so than regular social classes. Social classes are good, um, because it teaches you the fundamentals of social dancing in a sense.
Yeah.
But festival classes give you more of an outlook of technique. Because
Mm,
social classes do not go into depth with technique, because they usually just have an hour to teach you a little combo, throw it in, and then that's it.
right.
Festivals are able, they break down, because it's not just like, okay, after this we're going to go social dancing. No, after this, you still got more classes to go, or it's an hour and a half or 2 hour workshop that you can stay there. They teach you how to move your body. They teach you how to just roll. They teach you how to like do things that a social setting won't allow you to.
Mm,
Same as being in the studio all the time. Social dancing, being in the studio, performing, social dancing are two different things. And when I was in the studio a lot, it taught me a lot more of technique of how to hold myself and how to hold my partner accountable with her framing and everything.
mm,
I wasn't able to learn that in social dancing. I wasn't. But
right.
when I went to festivals, these performers, these people who have years upon experience and titles within themselves,
Right.
always learn from them. There's never enough learning. I
True.
personally do not take social dancing classes anymore, because one, truthfully, it is slow to me, because there's a lot of beginners, there's a lot of regular people that come in,
Right.
and they're barely learning this, and they have to teach them the fundamentals. And also just learning from festivals, learning from directors, from people that you look up to. I feel like it's best to get classes, get private, get
Mm,
anything that you can, and the
yeah.
best you can, get information. Because no matter if you're the best dancer in the world, there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for more classes and advice and just being better.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And so I know you've touched on this, but right now, how do you continue to develop and improve your skills?
Oof, practice. Practice, practice, practice. You know, there can't be enough practice. You know,
Mm.
I feel like it's also being who I am as a person will also show that. Um, I can go into the gym, I can go into the studio, I can go anywhere, practice for one day, and be like, all right, I'm good for the week. I'm good for the day, and that was it. Yes, no mas. And then once I go out, I'll try it out, and then I'm good.
Mm.
Or I can go 2 to 3 times a week, practice a certain movement, practice a certain technique, practice of what I want personally would like to achieve and want to do, and get there faster, get there quicker to move on to the next step. That would
Mm.
depend on the person of who you are, because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Um, how long are you going to be at the gym for? How long are you going to take the time to work on this movement? I believe like accountability to yourself will determine how much will improve you as a dancer. And I try to make it enough where, we all have our regular lives outside of this. I wish dance was my life, but even my directors and my mentors, even if dance is their life, sometimes it's not enough.
Right.
Sometimes you still need a job on the side. So just practice, practice, practice.
Mm.
Being able to r- realize that, one day is not going to cut it, an hour is not going to cut it. It's always going to be more. There's always going to need to be more, because
Mm.
there's always going to be someone better out there. And there's always someone, especially in Mexico, they go crazy in Mexico. There's always going to be those kids who are like 8, 9, 10 years old that go crazy, doing crazy movements, better than you see in the States. And they win championships. They go on to the finals. They know how to control their body better than I do, better than most of the people I know.
Mm.
There's always going to be someone better. Always
Mm.
is. So,
I love it. So self accountability. That's
yes.
a really important point. And practice, of course. What style of dance do you specialize in, and why did you choose it?
That topic, I've been personally trying to work on finding myself. Um,
Yes.
I, I would say whenever someone sees me dance, or whenever you know, I guess this past weekend, I got told that I'm a great urban dancer, because I like to play with the arms a lot. I like to move around in circles. I do not like to stay in place. Only when the music calls for it. I like to move around. I like to use my feet a lot. I like to use the arms. I like to play around with the body and not just stay in place. Um,
Mm.
Central, I've been trying to get more into the central movement, more into the central aspect. It's just different techniques and different styles. When I hear the music, everybody hears the music differently.
Yes.
Everybody hears the music differently. As I follow another beat, if they're going slow or it's going more faster, if it's asking for more upbeat or slow, everybody hears it differently, and everybody does different movements differently. Answer the question, probably more urban.
Urban, yeah. Hmm.
Yes.
And
But
why? Because you like to move your body
I
and
like to move around.
yes, yes, that makes sense. Yes,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I like to move around a lot.
Who are your biggest influences in the dance world?
Influences like mentors or influences like I look up to?
Yeah, anything, just in general. It could be both. It could be either or.
That is, huh. I'm trying to think, because I
Yeah.
can't just say one person. I can't say two, because
You can mention many.
I would say that uh, my dance parents, who would be Lalo and Alyssa on EMDC, uh,
Mm,
they were my dance parents, and they taught me a
mm,
lot,
mm,
a bit of everything. Lalo in himself, he's more of a frame frame person and pointing of making sure that we look presentable on stage and making sure that we're able to present our follows. And that's what I learned from him, being able to present my follow. I learned that from him and got so much influence from him as a mentor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa has taught me a lot of the dancing of, going to festivals. How is it like getting advice from becoming just a regular dancer to going up to becoming a pro dancer? Um, Aubrey giving me so much opportunity and so much advice on what was it like from her perspective, becoming just a regular dancer to a pro automatically like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's I feel like the top three would probably be the most on influencing me in dance
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Everybody else who I've come across, obviously, always give positive and amazing advice, amazing vibes, and always just pick something off from them that leaves me like, huh, that was good. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna stick with that.
Mhm.
But yes, I feel like
Okay.
those would be the top three that would absolutely have a big influence on my dance so far.
Makes sense. Um, can you describe your favorite performance or venue you've danced at?
Favorite Reno, Reno
Okay.
Land Dance. Yeah, I feel like it's because it had a big stage. We performed right in the big stage. It was
Okay.
my first time performing there. I feel like everybody would agree. Like, what was your favorite performance? Where do you like to perform? A lot of people, if they performed at Reno, they would say Reno. It was my first time going. It was my first time performing there, and absolutely the energy, the just the energy. Like the lights were on top and they were blinding, but you're able to see people still, and the energy created and had was absolutely amazing and wonderful feeling because it wasn't just like just 100 or 200. No, it was a couple hundred people in that building all screaming at the same time simultaneously,
Wow.
different movements, and it was probably one of the best feelings I feel like I've got ever or in a while. So I feel like Reno, definitely,
Yeah.
yes,
Was it this year or
yes. It was this year, in the beginning of May.
yeah. Oh my gosh, amazing. I have yet to gone, but it's it's coming. There's a lot of
It's
signs
coming
that
up.
I need to go. Like I was thinking about it earlier, and now you're telling me, and I'm like,
You have to. It's definitely an experience. Not only the performance wise, but seeing so much talent out there, but also
mm,
the workshops are amazing. You can't get those workshops anywhere else. Here
yeah,
local,
true, true.
always, always amazing.
Yeah, I love it. The big scale.
Yes.
And how do you prepare for a performance or a competition?
Um, mentally, is physically, I feel like it's just working at the studio all the time, and you'll physically get there.
Okay.
Mentally it is draining. It is hard to uh, to switch. There's always a switch, especially in the back. Once we're lining up to go up on that stage, there's always a switch that like it's time to go. All this time that we've been going at it for, it's here we are, these amount of hours and months that we worked for just 2 to 3 minutes on stage. Are you gonna mess it up? Are you gonna do it perfectly? What's gonna happen? But at the end of the performance, you're here for a reason.
Yeah.
I guess it's just breathing and enough confidence in myself.
Mm,
Or I would panic. I would be like, oh my God, here we go, here we go. Now, if go up on that stage, it's more like, let's do this, let's go, come on, let's go. The first couple of times is gonna be nerve wracking. The next couple of times, you're gonna feed off that energy and those nerves from the audience, from the
mm,
crowd. itself, that has to be one of the amazing feelings in a
Hmm.
while. Yes.
Yes, I love
But
it.
yeah, just breathing and making sure that, whatever
Yeah.
happens on that stage happens. Just
Yep.
have fun and have a good time. And do your
Yes.
best out there, because you trained for months and paid a lot of money to get here. So do not mess it up.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Those are very important points. Mm. What does dance mean to you on a personal level?
Dance means to me, um, like you said on the intro that you gave me, it's expression. It's those
Mm.
2 to 3 minutes of the song. The world stops. The world is already kind of a harsh place already.
Mm.
Already so much that we have to deal with out there, that bringing it into the dancing, it just makes it worse. We all come to dance for different reasons, but at the same time, we all have a similar thing that we want to connect. We want to be able just to dance and just let everything go. All the BS is outside.
Yeah.
When we're here to dance, and that's it. Yes, no más. On the personal level, where when I dance, I feel like, I guess, I don't know if it's bad to say like a dopamine, but like every time you dance, you get this feeling like it's an unexplainable feeling that you know every person you dance with, you connect on a different level. If that's more of you know just having fun, smiling the whole time. If that's connecting more on a deeper level, I could close my eyes and the follower can close their eyes, and whatever movement I make, they're feeling that connection. We're exchanging energies the whole time throughout the
Mm.
whole movement, making sure that we feel to one. I personally, you know, had times where I wouldn't connect with my partner, wouldn't connect with them. I would look around and anything like that, look on the ground, look above them. And I've had times when the person I would be dancing with would do the same, and it's not fun. It's
Right.
something that I enjoyed, and being able to just be right here with them, and that's it. And it doesn't even have to be on a romance level. It doesn't even have to be intimate that way. And I feel like that's a misconception as well. Like if I'm dancing with someone so close, it's like, oh, they're onto something, or they got something going on. It's just a
Mm.
connection we have with one another.
Yes.
That's you cannot like explain, and you just feel it. It's all energy that's corresponding through us, and that's it. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be anything more than just. There's so much bad things going on. I just
Mm.
want to live right here.
Yeah. Beautiful. So true. And how has dance impacted other areas of your life?
A lot. I'd say a lot. Because truthfully, you know, uh, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I was a couch potato. You know,
Mm.
I would just order food, play video games, watch movies, go to work, come back, do the same thing. That was me. That was my life before
Mm.
dance.
Mm.
Now I rarely like even do any of that, because I have so much of dance going on, plus my life, plus work, all of this, and it's changed drastically. Where um, I guess I'm trying to find the right words to say. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
My pops always told me, like, we never know what we're gonna do. We never know what our passion is, and you never know how long that's gonna take. If that's gonna take you 10 years, 15, if you're gonna be 35, 40, 45, or you can find it when you're 20, 21. I didn't have a passion. I didn't have anything that I was looking forward to or invested in as much as I am in dance now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's impacted me now, where my life has revolved around dance. I go to work, to pay the bills and to make
Yeah.
sure that I get by.
Yeah.
Then there's dance that is another outlet for me to be like, okay, maybe this could go somewhere. Because if I'm doing good, I love it, and other people are, giving me opportunities and chances because they love what I'm doing, I'm like, okay,
Yes.
I am doing something right.
Of course.
I feel like it's changed drastically because it's a passion that I found, and I
Mm.
didn't find it. And I'm so lucky enough to find it at the age of 25.
Mm.
Here I am thriving and going, and I love it. All wish that we found dance earlier. I wish we found dance earlier, but what can we do? There's the young talent who are like 16, 17, 18 that are amazing, and they're still going to have years ongoing throughout dance, and they're lucky enough and fortunate enough to have that. But I am too, because, this dancing is still on the older side, the older crowd. And yeah, I feel like it's just changed it drastically because I never had a passion before, and now
Mm.
I do. And now I'm so invested in it. I'm so like, I get excited for it.
Yeah, I love it. Feels more alive, right? I
Yes.
understand that. Yeah. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out in dance?
Ooh. I feel like there could be a lot of things on that topic. I feel like there could be a lot.
Yeah, please share. Yeah.
Um, be patient and kind with yourself.
Mm.
Very patient and kind with yourself. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to catch things quickly. Um, but that's just the way I work because I like to learn things quickly. I like to get things on top. Um, and some people won't work like that. Maybe some people will get it done quickly, but others won't. And some people will get frustrated at it. I would get frustrated at myself.
Yeah.
Just be kind and patient with yourself. Don't bring yourself down because someone can do something amazing. You can't get it down. No, just be patient, be kind, and one day you will, or maybe even past them. Maybe even go somewhere where you didn't even know you would go.
Yeah.
Um, Probably another thing as well is, be aware of who you're around. And I mean that is what you attract. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Just having a good time over there.
Who you're around, who
Who you're
surround.
around, it is what you attract. You attract positive energy, you're going to attract positive people. If you attract bad energy, you're going to attract bad people. Making sure that you want to be with the right people and the right crowd.
Yeah.
Uh, because I was fortunately enough to find a group that have support me and love me and haven't changed. Let me get that quick so it's not.
Sure. The little puppy.
Okay, she's not gonna intervene anymore.
Oh,
Um,
it's okay. Thank you. You were lucky enough to.
yeah, so I was fortunate enough to find a group that support me and love me no matter what I had.
Mm.
If I was a beginner to now where I'm at, they always supported me. They always, saw me the same. They always treated me the same, and I was fortunate enough to find that group. And there was times where I would run into other groups and other people, that I would find amazing as well. But then I also find, a negative energy that I was just all like, this is not my group. This is not the people I want to associate with or be with. So just being aware of your surroundings because that also defines who you are. That also defines make sure of like you're going to go out and you're in a certain crowd, people are going to look at you a certain way, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's the way it is. Probably another thing too is doing things that you're uncomfortable with, getting out of your comfort zone. Definitely, if that's taking a totally different dance class that you didn't think that you would want to do it. I was 50-50 with it, if I'm being honest. I would do classes that I'm comfortable with, and I loved it. And then I had opportunities to do classes, and I wouldn't do it. And I regret not doing it. I wish I took them. I wish I done those classes.
Mm.
Realize, but because I was scared, I was a wimp. I didn't want to. Um, just finding different styles, doing different classes will help you just become a better dancer in that self and expression. Find different movements, find different outlooks that, hey, this movement could actually help you in a certain movement that you've been trying to do, or just anything that you want to do.
Yeah, totally.
Uh, I feel like the most controversial one is dating and the dancing. That
Mm.
that is could work out, but it just takes time. Also,
Mm.
because we're all so close to each other. We're all close to
Mm.
each other. There's always good-looking people out there. There's always attractive people, and the more time we spend around these people, we get attached, and then we see them a certain way, and then feelings get involved, and then getting into relationships get involved. I feel like that one, all it takes is time, trust, and being able just to be able to trust your person in a sense.
Mm.
Person. I have had a past in there as well, in dancing. It has its ups and downs, but at the same time, all it takes and all it is trust. And
Mm.
you live, you learn, and you just have people that'll say, do not date in the dancing, which probably be the most recommended. But if you do, just be able to have that trust and that connection with your person, because it's not only dance, outside of dance that you guys have to deal with as well.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
important. Things that were mentioned at all in this past episodes. I love how your advice is very real,
Yes. I mean,
because that's
it's,
a real reality, right?
yeah, I mean, it's just like, I find people attractive out there, and people would probably find me attractive as well. And then it goes into like mixed feelings where there's something about to happen, you know?
Mm.
If you're going to take that next step to go into a relationship, then you got to think about, it's not only that we share a passion of dance with one another, we also have an outside life as well. You know,
Mm.
that comes into play as real. That comes into play. And it's also a safe space issue as well. If you guys go into it and you guys don't work out for any reason, would you be able to handle seeing this person out there? Being able to
Mm.
see this person as you are on the same dance floor?
Mm.
So that's what comes into play as well. Yeah.
How do you how do you what advice, like what do you I mean, obviously recommend not to, but in that type of situation, do you have any additional ways to maneuver it? Or if you had an experience, how did you overcame, or how did you overcome?
I believe, I've gotten advice from other people who've been in the scene for a while who also dated,
Mm.
because truthfully, I feel like I needed that outlook. I needed that output from a different perspective who people have.
I see.
And honestly, the truth about it as well, how I see it is you cannot take dance away from these people. If you found
Exactly.
them, if you found them there, they're going to be there, you know?
Yes,
Same way as just you. Are you really going to leave because this person is there? No.
exactly.
Don't let that happen. Don't let that justify your love for dance. I feel like the way I cope with it and the way I saw it was, just yo no más quiero bailar. I'm here to dance. I'm here to do my thing, and this person could do their thing, and this person can have and enjoy their time as well. No hate, no grudge, no nothing, no backstab, no talking behind their back. There's no need for that, because why have that when it's just settled? Let them enjoy their time. You enjoy your time, and that's it. Go about your day.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, attachment versus relationship.
Yeah.
Really. Um, any other advice, or those are like the main? I mean, you mentioned so many, but
I'm
I just want to make sure.
trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, because people who are just
Oh,
starting.
yes. Yes, this is a big one, but I feel like it's probably common sense, but a lot of people need to hear it as well.
Yeah.
Is having good hygiene, being able to, like we're all so close to one another. We're all like very close and cluttered, even when it gets busy. You know, I feel like it's the best thing you could do is take care of yourself because you're taking care of the other person.
Yes.
I personally sweat a lot, and
Mm,
everybody seen they know I sweat a lot. It's not common,
mm,
but I have shirts and outfits back to back to switch all the time. And there's one thing that I know is I will sweat, but I'll never stink. I will sweat, but I'll never stink, and that's all that matters. If that's having deodorant in your car, gum, or extra toothbrush or cologne or just something, so you're able just to not only make sure you smell good, making sure you're up to date, but also the person next to you is not like wants to back away from you.
yeah.
And it has gotten better. Just in the past that I've known when I first started, it was always complaints about that. But nowadays, it's just like everybody takes care of themselves, which is good.
Mm,
As they
good.
said, everybody should keep taking care of themselves because we're all getting close. We're all getting in each other's bubble. And I
Yeah.
do not to be stinking up when I'm in someone's bubble, and I don't want someone else stinking up while they're in my bubble.
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that part, but it's very important. I used to tell maybe two people when I couldn't, like, they honestly didn't brush their teeth. I would tell them nicely. And when you do that, they actually appreciate you.
Yes. Yes. Going
They
going
don't want to-
the right way too. Can't just be
Yes,
like,
of
hey,
course.
no, not like that. But tell them, hey, like, just want to let you know, like, just doing it nicely with a
Yeah,
nice approach goes a
yeah,
long. Because they'll be
ex-
like, oh shoot, and then they'll go handle it, or they'll go do something about it instead of
exactly.
taking it in a negative way. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And if I were the other side of it, I would want to know. So that's
Yes.
why I don't. Some people are, friends are like, "You said that," and I'm like, "Yeah." But yes, very important.
Yes.
What else? Anything else? You have so many great advices.
I think it's just not only that. I been in the scene for 2 years.
Yeah.
I would go out at least once or twice a week. And in the
Mm,
beginning of my stages, I would go out 4 to 5 times. So I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot, but either way, 2 years is nothing compared to people who've been in here for 10, 15, and they look at me like an infant. They look at me like, okay, but it's only what I've seen and what I know. Um,
yes.
and I feel like it's also, I'm on a roller coaster. I'm not going very slowly and up. I'm going up and then straight down and then just going through the motions of measures of performing and everything. Um, when we go back to the topic of, performance wise
Mm,
and money and issues and what makes me a dancer and everything, I took myself out of performance and competitive mode for a good minute because I would love to focus on, myself as a dancer, recognizing as myself. Give all the love to my directors, give all the love to my teammates, wish them the best, and they're going to do amazing out there because I'm going to be on the crowd screaming at them, just having the support. I'm taking this time, a few months, to really focus on the social scene, on the
mm,
social outlook of it, because social dancing, performance, they're two different
yeah.
outlooks, and I've seen it on both sides. Even that if that's just a little bit, I've seen a lot of differences and a lot of just somebody could be up on the stage and do amazing, but when they hit the social dance floor, they can still do amazing, but it's just a different look versus when social dancers look at it from them, it's just like they're good, just not the best in that sense. And I feel like going into my own realm, my own self as a dancer, and putting money and time into me, into social dancing outlet to create this next generation of dancers that comes with being respectful, being able to take care of my follow, making sure that the movement I'm doing is correct and I'm not hurting them, because ultimately follows, if we don't have any of them, leads can't lead. Leads, if there's no leads, follows can't follow. If they can't lead correctly, the follow's not going to want to come back. If we injure a follow, she's not going to want to come back. Or they are not going to want to come back. And we have
Yes.
to be able to take care of them. We have to be able to have that dance etiquette as well. Because I can't just be up all in someone's closed bubble just like this, doing different movements, doing dips, head rolls, and be like, okay, bye, the song's over, you know?
Yeah.
I just met this person like a minute ago. Being able to have, you know, bring this knowledge that I have into the social scene, because some people won't or they just choose not to. Um, I feel like it plays a big factor, because
Yeah.
there has been people who try to influence the social scene and dance etiquette and technique and everything. Um, but social people or just regular dancers, you know, they don't take it. They don't see it that way.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's such an important. There's so much beauty in social dancing that are, I feel like, definitely underestimated.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a show or anything. It's more about connection.
Yes.
And that's really huge. And I know how powerful that is. So I love that you brought that up. 100% agree.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mhm. Okay. What do you think is the most important quality for a dancer to have?
Having fun
Mm,
and being the person and being you. Because the advice I've always gotten is, you know, you could be an amazing dancer. You could be the best dancer in the world. But if you're just excuse my language, if you're just an asshole,
you're right.
nobody's gonna want to learn from you. Nobody's gonna want to be able to be like, I want to be like him. I want to be like her. I want to learn from them because they have an RBF or because they give attitude or the way they talk. They're above their ego. You know, is up there. Nobody's gonna want to learn from you. Being able
Right.
to be you, being able to just be yourself and be kind and
Yeah.
be gentle. I feel like that's the ultimate goal. Just have fun with it. Just have
Yeah.
fun. It doesn't have to be serious. I don't have to do like crazy movements because, you know, because I want to, because I want to look cool or anything like that. No, we have to connect, have fun. I feel like having fun is the best thing. Smile too. There's nothing wrong with smiling at dance. It doesn't have to be all serious all the time, you know. If you don't want
Mhm.
to smile during the dance, that's totally fine. But as long as you're having fun with it, as long as you're enjoying the moment, enjoying yourself, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Yeah,
So true. So true.
yeah.
So important. I mean, I live by that, so I get it.
Good, good.
If it's not fun, I won't do it.
Yeah, especially during classes, you know, when they get so serious or they're so like locked in on the movement, like
Yeah.
relax, just look at your partner, relax, smile, enjoy yourself. You know, we're here to have fun. We're here to learn. It doesn't have to be that serious.
Yeah, like more heart centered versus
Yes.
being in the head. Yeah, totally understand. Um, okay. What are your future goals or projects in the dance world?
Ooh. I have a couple things planned
Mm,
within myself, with the people and my partners around me. Um, Definitely want to keep training in the sense of different festivals. I want to travel to different countries. Want to experience. different styles of dance to be able
Mm,
to
yes.
implement it in my own style and implement it into me to maybe hopefully one day bring it back to the States and um, teach here or teach certain movements that are not taught
Mm,
because there's certain movements that I do that other people do or movements that certain people do that they don't do because they learn it from here. I learned
yeah.
it from here, you know, the more you know, the better. And the more you
Yes.
choose to put and the more choose to do on the social dance floor, it's totally up to you. But to
Mm,
travel, to learn from festivals, from different artists, that is my ultimate future goal that I would like to do. Projects wise, whatever opportunity comes, I love to take it and love to be able to be a part of it. I'm not the one to be like, well, why him? Why not me? Why they got that opportunity but not me? I always try to show love, like, hey, yo, congrats. That's amazing that you do that because hopefully one day, it'll come back to me that I'll be able to get an opportunity, or if not, I don't. You know.
mm-hmm.
Um, so being able to just continue to teach the new coming dancers, the regulars, to hopefully one day being able to have a project with one of my partners that we are in the works of trying to find our own style, trying to find our
Mm,
own outlet, because looking the same as everybody else doesn't catch an eye versus being different, but also being unique catches someone's eye. Like
yes.
that, finding your own style
Yes.
catches because they would be like, whoa, they're good, or like I want to learn from them type deal. And
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like the ultimate goal to be able
Yes.
to have that, but also never stop learning. Never, I don't want to stop learning dance, and I know people who are traveling right now as we speak because of dance, and they're training to dance.
Yeah.
They're they're either in New York, they're in Florida, they're in Mexico, they're in Spain right now, they're in France, they're all around the world because they want to learn different styles and want to learn dance and hopefully bring it here so when they teach it or anything catches people's eye and be like, I want to learn how to do that.
Yes.
And spread the word, spread dance in that sense.
Yes. I love it. This is so cool. And are there any upcoming performances or collaborations you're excited about?
Yes. I am currently training with a partner that I just got with, that we are planning to go to Oaxaca again
Mm,
to compete in a duet for a pro-am, I believe. The whole title thing, the whole what category we're going to go into is a little complicated, so we're trying to work that out. But I'm excited for that because I love to compete. I love the intensity, the training, and everything.
yeah.
So that is what I'm looking forward to because we're not only going to do that one, we're going to do different competitions and different performances throughout the whole year
Wow.
because I feel like that's the one I'm looking forward to performance wise is a duet. Um, Probably just another duet is my other partner and I. I have different partners in different settings. I have one with K Bunny at Kanye Run Bar every Wednesday where we just
Right.
teach beginners and people who just want to come in and learn. And then I have another one with Connery Style, which Cornell Riffica came over, got us the certification, and we're able to teach the style to people
Mm,
with Kathy. And then there is another partnership that I'm working out to go to Oaxaca with, to perform, to compete with for the whole year or even longer than that. And then other partner that is a social dance partner for us to teach, more of the intermediate advanced. And that's where we're trying to find our flavor, our style that makes us unique. So I have different partners at different things, and it's just I'm excited. I'm excited. That's
it's
it.
very
Not
exciting.
trying to,
Yeah.
not trying to have my hands full either, but it's all working out. It's always working out so
I
far.
love
Yeah.
it. Wow, a lot going on. So exciting. Mm, how do you stay connected with the dance community?
How do I stay connected with the dance community? Um, Personally, I am trying to say hello more to people. Um, because if anybody knows me, they see me say hi to the people I know, and then I just stay to the side because that's how I began. That's how I was, and I continue to be like that. Um, and I've been told, you need to like start saying hi to people, be more out there because people know you. You're
Mm,
getting and especially like if you're trying to become something or become someone known, you have to get yourself out there more and say hi to these people and put your face in there. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm
mm,
trying to make it a personal goal to say at least like hi to like 25 to 30 people every time I go out to the social. you know um, that's something that I feel like would help me connect with the dance community. Is it is nice to just go out there and dance because that's obviously what my mindset is. I just want to come out here and dance. But at the same time, recognizing these people because without them, there wouldn't be a dance community.
right.
Without them, I wouldn't be able to dance.
Yes.
So being able to recognize people, being able to, saying, hi, how are you? Hope you're good, everything like that, and continue about your day, send me a dance, just that connection. And some people can do it naturally. They're
Right.
natural at it. Other people, it's a little hard. Like me, I'm trying to get out of my shell and do that. That's just how I am because I'm a very introverted person. But when I go out, I try to expand my shell and go out there.
I love that. Beautiful. Take notes. Everyone. Everyone say hi. um, how has your teaching experiences been like?
It has definitely shown me a lot of what I know and what I don't know. What I
Mm,
know is explaining things,
mm,
breaking things. Because I can like throw big combo and I can show big movements. I'll be like, okay, do it. And they're gonna be like, what? What? Like,
yeah.
what do you mean? Breaking down movements. I feel like Crystal K Bunny, DJ K Bunny, she's you know has taught me to be like view it from like a regular person perspective. How would you break down a hip movement? How would you break down a step? How would you break down tossing the arm, turning? Different explanations for different people. I also
Mm,
got different advice from Anastasia. Um, she's also an instructor, amazing instructor as well, where teach a movement like 4 to 5 different ways because
mm,
one way will not get someone and be like, gotcha. No, if you teach it other ways, if you teach it to their language or to somewhere where they get it, it's familiar, they will be able to get it and understand it more.
mm,
So learning different ways to talk and to teach someone
mm,
definitely showed me a lot of, damn, I don't know how to explain it really well.
mm,
Being able to sing how they get it down, being able to read the room, being able to be like, okay, I can move on, or okay, we got to keep going and keep practicing with this real quick before we can go on to the next movement. Because ultimately, it's always trying to be safe, always trying to be, you know, doing the movement correctly. Because if not, if they do it to this person and it's not correct, they're going to do it to the next person. It's not correct, and eventually, it's going to impact them in the future because it creates a habit, it creates injury, it creates different things that we don't need. And it's always best to just safe than sorry, being able to break down things correctly and safely as well.
mm. So important. Thank you. That's so true. Mm, what's your favorite dance move or routine?
Dance move or routine,
Mhm.
like dance move, like on a social dance floor.
Anything, yeah. Do you have a?
That's hard. I feel like that would be hard because there's so many out there. There's so many unique
Mhm,
as well.
mhm.
Uh, Everybody knows me by this one. Everybody knows me. The hip bump or the booty bump.
Okay, yeah.
When you go side to side and hey. Everybody knows me by that one. I feel like if you dance with me, I throw it in there because that's
Nice.
one of my signature moves that I personally love to do and I like to do. So probably that one. That would,
Awesome. I love that. If you could dance with any dancer or in any place in the world, who, where would it be?
damn. Oh man. To be truthful with you, I would love to say one of the like high end dancers, uh, one of like the like let's say Desiree as the fact, but I've never danced with her. I never like experienced her tension, her connection, so I wouldn't know. I feel like it would be ultimately best to say someone who like I do know, but now let's go with Desiree. Now let's go into Desiree.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. I feel
And where
like
would it? Mhm.
where.
Hmm.
Hopefully Daniel doesn't see this because he's gonna see this and be like, wait, why is he going to want to dance with her? I don't know where exactly. I don't know.
Okay. It's okay.
Probably
And-
just a nice dance floor, a nice where I can do turns and we're not slipping and falling and it's not rough.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. A nice floor.
Yeah, because realistically, everybody dances everywhere. Seen in hotel rooms,
Yeah.
on cliffs, and mountains. They dance in the river. They dance in the pool. Everyone dances anywhere.
Rocks. Yeah.
It doesn't matter as long as I'm able to dance and I'm stable. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. If Desiree is listening,
There you
universe,
go.
universe is listening. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners?
Um, probably. Oh, one thing that uh, the advice that I also give new dancers as well, and one thing that also try to stay humble, try to be humble. I've been told that since day one. Um, I feel like that's probably the only thing and best thing is going to get you far here. And it's because I seen it firsthand. Someone get actually like their ego tested and their persona tested, and they were humble and they got shut down, and now they don't have nothing um, because they had so much to lose. And I feel like that's the scary part as well of where I'm at. Any movement that I make, anything that I do, comes back to me. So I have to be careful of my words, my actions, anything I do. And that comes also with being humble as well. And confidence versus cockiness also comes into play. And trying to distinguish those two is a big factor. And, I want to be able to grow as a dancer, to be able to be looked up to. And like you said, there may be people that already do look up to me, and I've had people tell me that like, oh, I look up to you. I like the way you dance. You're one of my inspirations. And I take it as a compliment, like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, not knowing that it may be real or not.
Mm.
Um, just being able to bring an outlet for people and being able to just dance on another level and then dance on somewhere where it doesn't have to be all serious. It does
Mm.
not serious because when we got into this, we all love to dance.
Yes.
I would love to be recognized, and one day, far fetched as this may sound, years down the line, when now we talk about the OGs and the people from the past of what they created and what they done in the dancing and how it impacted it. I would love to be one of those people into the future generations, into the future dancers of what they talk about from the OGs to us and into the future, because
Mhm.
dancers now who are creating, you know, ultimately good things around them, and because they want to impact the dancing as well. And we're all in it for the ride. We're all
Mm.
here together. We're all here right now, and just helping one another and loving one another. That's all we need. That's all we could do. And yeah, like
Oh,
that's it.
so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Um, do you have any recommendation on guests that could benefit from this platform that I could invite?
Guess like people I would recommend.
Mhm. Interviewing.
Um, Truthfully, for the people that I know, that I would think that would be impactful from the dancing to actually like has a good reputation and respect. Um, Everybody knows, everybody loves Reggie.
Mhm.
He absolutely has a different style and a different outlook on the dancing. He's more of the Converse style, he's more of the hip hop, but also, he's very kind and a kind person, and he has big platform within himself. So he's going to be making moves in the dancing as well. Um, Kat, tall, curly hair. Uh,
Mm.
she is also another person that I feel like she can be definitely influential on her experience because she
Mm.
had a partner before. She has taught at festivals. She has done so much things. She's also done photo shoots and models and everything. And now she's just kicking back, chilling, but she wants to go back into that again. She wants to
Mhm.
into that. Um, I feel like those are the top two in my head currently at the moment.
Great. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank
I'll
you.
definitely reach out. And how can our audience follow your journey and stay connected with your work?
Probably my Instagram. Probably that's the only thing I have, really, which is just Sean Arzola. Well, Sean D. Arzola. Just my full name, really. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. And I'll make sure to link it in the video as well.
Thank you.
Sean, thank you so much for sharing your experience
Thank you.
and so much wisdom, so many great tips.
Yes.
I'm super impressed. And I'm so grateful that you kept it real and
Thank
that you showed yourself. I can tell that I mean, even before this podcast, just seeing you, I could tell you live by your words, like
right.
your humility and stuff. So that's amazing. So thank you for you.
Thank,
And
thank you
I
for
look, I look forward to seeing you on the dance floor. I have yet to have the pleasure of dancing with you. So
that.
hopefully
You're always
one,
at the circle, and I probably go there like once a month or so. So
yeah, okay.
it's very
Yeah.
far. It's like 45 minutes away from me. That's why.
Yes, yes, I understand. But I know there will be one day there, and then I look forward to it. And I could look forward to your upcoming performances and your future projects
Thank
for
you.
future generations. I love it. Your long-term vision. So yes, very exciting. Thank you so much for coming on, Sean
Thank you
Arzola,
again.
everyone. Thank you. Have a great night.
You as well. Bye bye.